Hello, my name is Steve.
And I'm Lindsay.
And we are here at Proyecto Alas in Talanga, Honduras.
Come on inside.
Here in Proyecto Alas, we work with children and young people at risk. They may look like they're very happy and fine here, which they are, but when they're at home, they do have quite a few difficulties. And from the age of 11 or 12, they start going onto the streets, getting involved in drugs and gangs and other things which they really shouldn't be. And so here, we're able to help them with their education, we help them with their homework, and sometimes give them a bit of food and help them with a whole load of other things.
Now we'd like to introduce you to Sergio. Sergio grew up on the streets of Guatemala, but now in Jesus, he's found a new life.
Bueno, mi nombre es Sergio Enrique Méndez Lázaro. Soy de Guatemala.
My name is Sergio Mendez. I'm from Guatemala and I'm 25 years old. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. Well, at 7 years old, my mum passed away. Unfortunately, she had a stroke. She initially lost some mobility in her body, meaning she couldn't work. Previously, she was working as a sex worker. She passed away when I was 7. I stayed with my brother and my sister-in-law, and sadly, I suffered different forms of abuse from them. So when I was 11, I was able to become independent, and I started living on my own. But I was on the streets, using drugs, cold, suffering from hunger. This is what can happen when you don't understand God's love, when you're not okay with God. When you're not doing well, it's got a lot to do with your relationship with God. And then you realise that there's a need for God's love, right? That impacts our lives. And that's what I longed for a long time. When I was young and on the streets, taking drugs and bad friendships, where could I manage to find that love? One day I got tired of that whole life, and I begged God, and He listened to me. Which has brought me here to this project today, serving. First, I worked in Guatemala in an organisation called the Hand of God, and there I saw His great love for me. Day by day, of course, being able to get up wasn't easy, it was a very difficult life, but I thank God He gave me strength and wisdom. He gave me the desire to be able to improve myself, and above all, gave us His Son Jesus Christ, who died for us. And more than that, a reminder that because of Him, we can be free from our anxieties and our past. So all of that motivated me to keep going. Today, I've been sober for almost 4 years, and I'm very grateful for it. I'm grateful for the love He has given me, and for lifting me up in this life. He has given me great opportunities. So that's a little bit of my story summarised for you, and I hope that you too can find the path of God. The path of Jesus Christ is a great example, and we can follow it because it is written in the Bible. You can read about Jesus in the Bible, and I encourage you to do that. And the new life that I have can be experienced by anyone, even if they are children, young people, adults. God is always calling us, and we can share in His love, His grace, maybe not by reading or explaining the Bible in detail, but through our actions, our way of being, our way of explaining things, of reacting. We can make a big change because people will say there's something different about life with Him, right? I encourage you today and bless you loads.
Les animo y muchas bendiciones.
So Sergio has an incredible story. In Jesus, he has quite literally found a new life. But the way that it works is that Jesus asks us to sacrifice our old life and our old choices and our own ideas so that we can receive His life and His best for us. And so that's part of Sergio's story, and for all of us, we have to think about what is it that the Lord is asking us to sacrifice in order to receive that life. And it's not like Jesus didn't model that for us. That's what Easter is all about. Easter is celebrating how Jesus came to earth and died on the cross, and He made that sacrifice of His own life for us. But it didn't end there. He resurrected and has the power to give us that new life now. And so I want to ask you to think about your own life. What are the things that are going on in your life, in your home, in your personal life, at school? And do you need new life from Jesus? And if so, what is it that he might be asking you to sacrifice or give up in exchange for a better way, a better life? If there is an addiction in your life, or maybe there's anxiety about things that are going on in your home, or maybe there's some pride about your schoolwork, or whatever it might be. These are real things, and there's a real Jesus who can help and who can give you new life. And so if you choose to accept him into your life, then you can receive that. And that's what Easter is really all about.
So that's it from us here in Proyecto Alas in Honduras. It's never too late to start again. And Easter is a great time to make the most of this new opportunity. So think about what might be happening in your life where you might need a little bit of extra help and a new start. And that can be available to you with a new life in Jesus.